You are over 60 and you have been walking every day but still feel your legs weak, tired, or unsteady. I want you to listen carefully because walking alone may not be enough to rebuild the strength your legs need for daily life. Walking is excellent for your heart, circulation, joints, and even mood. It keeps your body moving and helps you maintain mobility. But for people over 60, walking does not fully activate the muscles responsible for standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, stabilizing your balance, or lifting your body safely in daily tasks. Many seniors are surprised by this because they assume regular walking automatically keeps legs strong, but what happens is subtle. Your muscles slowly lose the ability to produce force, even if you remain active. You might notice it in small ways first. Difficulty standing from a low chair, wobbling slightly on stairs, shorter step length, or feeling fatigued after walking just a few minutes. These are signs that the muscles most responsible for functional strength are underworked, and that is why today I want to show you 3 simple, safe exercises that target the exact muscles walking often misses. You do not need a gym, heavy equipment, or complex setups. All you need is a sturdy chair, a wall, or a countertop at home. I'm Dr. Harrington, and these exercises are designed specifically for people over 60 who want to regain confidence in their legs. They are gentle but effective. They target the thighs, glutes, calves, ankles, and hip stabilizers, the exact muscles that support everyday movement and independence. Before we start, it is important to understand something crucial. This video is for general education and safe movement. If you have recent injuries, dizziness, chest pain, severe knee or ankle pain, or any medical condition affecting your balance or strength, consult your doctor before starting. These exercises are designed to strengthen muscles safely, but individual conditions may require modifications or guidance. If at any point you feel pain, sharp discomfort, or instability, stop and rest. Safety comes first. Now, let's discuss why walking alone does not fully rebuild leg strength after 60. Walking is primarily a forward-moving activity. It works certain muscles repetitively, but often at low resistance. After 60, muscle fibers shrink gradually if they are not challenged with controlled, purposeful resistance. This is particularly true for the quadriceps, glutes, hip abductors, and calves, the muscles that control rising from chairs, side-to-side balance, stair climbing, and stabilization during daily activities. Walking activates these muscles partially, but not enough to rebuild lost strength. Over time, this can lead to subtle weakness that reduces confidence, slows movement, increases fatigue, and sometimes contributes to falls. That is why many seniors are walking daily but still feel weaker than they expect. You are not failing. Your body is simply asking for the right kind of signal to rebuild strength. The first exercise is called the sit-to-stand strength builder, and it is the most fundamental movement for functional leg strength. Every day, seniors rise from chairs, beds, and low seats. If the muscles responsible for standing, primarily the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings, are weak, even simple movements feel challenging. To do this exercise, sit on a sturdy, non-rolling chair. Your feet should be flat on the floor, roughly hip-width apart, and slightly behind your knees. Sit near the front edge of the chair so your hips are engaged. Keep your chest lifted, back straight, and shoulders relaxed. Lean slightly forward from the hips, maintaining control and alignment. Now, press through your heels and middle feet, engage your thigh and glute muscles, and rise slowly to a fully upright position. Pause at the top for 1 second, then slowly lower back down. This lowering phase is just as important as standing up because it builds strength and control throughout the movement. Start with 5 slow repetitions. If you feel confident, gradually increase to 10. For more advanced practice, you can perform 2 sets of 10 repetitions, always focusing on controlled motion. Do not push with your hands excessively. They are there for safety, not for lifting your body. Focus on using your legs. Keep breathing. Exhale as you rise, inhale as you sit. When performed correctly, the sit-to-stand strengthens the thighs and glutes while also activating the stabilizers in the hips. You will notice improvement not just in the exercise itself, but in daily activities, standing from a dining chair, stepping off a curb, or moving around your home. Walking alone does not create this level of targeted force, which is why this exercise is critical. Common mistakes include leaning backward, using momentum, pushing excessively with the hands, or rushing through repetitions. The goal is slow, deliberate, and controlled movement. Even a small range of motion is effective if done properly. Once you have completed your first round of sit-to-stands, take a slow breath and prepare for the second exercise, the wall-supported heel raise. This exercise targets your calves and ankles, which are essential for balance, push-off during walking, and overall lower leg strength. Weak calves can make walking more tiring and reduce stability. Stand facing a wall or a countertop, placing both hands lightly on the surface for support. Keep your feet about hip-width apart and knees slightly bent. Slowly lift both heels off the floor, rising onto the balls of your feet. Hold the top position for 1 second, then lower your heels slowly. Repeat for 8 to 10 repetitions, gradually building up to 15 as your strength improves. Focus on slow, controlled movement. Avoid bouncing or letting the heels drop quickly. Keep your toes pointing forward and maintain upright posture. You should feel the back of your lower legs working. This exercise supports circulation and strengthens the muscles walking often understimulates. Now we move into the third exercise, and this is the one many seniors miss completely. You may walk every morning, you may move around the house, you may even feel like your legs are active, but if the muscles on the outside of your hips are weak, your balance can still feel shaky and your legs can still feel unreliable. These muscles are called the hip abductors. They sit on the outside of your hips and help keep your pelvis stable when you walk, turn, step sideways, or stand on one leg for even a moment. After 60, these muscles often become weaker because most daily movements happen straight forward. Walking takes you forward. Climbing stairs takes you forward and upward. But daily life is not only forward. You turn in the kitchen, you step sideways around furniture, you shift your weight in the bathroom, you move one leg out to get into a car, you catch yourself when you lose balance, and if your hip abductors are weak, your pelvis may wobble, your knees may drift inward, and your whole body may feel less stable. This exercise is called the standing hip abduction. It is simple, but it is powerful when done correctly. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and hold on to the back of a sturdy chair, a countertop, or a wall for support. Keep your chest lifted, your shoulders relaxed, and your hips facing forward. Now lengthen through your standing leg, almost like you are making that side of your body taller and stronger. Slowly lift one leg out to the side. Do not swing it. Do not kick it. Just lift it a small distance to the side with control. Exhale as you lift the leg, then slowly lower it back to the starting position and inhale as you lower. That is 1 repetition. Start with 8 repetitions on one side, then switch to the other side. As you get stronger, you can build up to 10 or 12 repetitions per side. The key to this exercise is control. Your pelvis should stay level the whole time. Do not let your hip hike upward toward your ribcage when you lift the leg. Do not rotate your pelvis. Do not turn your body. Keep both hips facing forward like headlights pointing straight ahead. Also, your leg should move directly out to the side, not forward in front of you. If your leg drifts forward, you may start using the front hip muscles instead of the side hip muscles. Keep the movement smaller if needed. A small, clean lift is much better than a large, messy lift. You should feel the outside of the hip working, especially on the leg that is lifting. You may also feel the standing leg working because it is stabilizing your body. That is a good sign. It means your balance muscles are waking up. This is the missing exercise for many seniors because walking alone often does not challenge these side hip muscles enough. And when the hip abductors are weak, the body begins to compensate. You may lean more when you walk. You may feel one hip drop slightly. You may feel your knees cave inward when you stand up from a chair. You may feel less secure when turning quickly or stepping sideways. Over time, this can make walking feel harder even if you are walking every day. So when people say, "I walk, but my legs still feel weak," this is one of the first places I look. The strength problem is not always in the knees. It is not always in the calves. Sometimes the hidden weakness is at the side of the hip. Now let's put all 3 exercises together so you understand why this routine works better than walking alone. The first exercise, the sit-to-stand strength builder, trains your thighs and glutes to lift your body from a chair and lower it safely back down. This is the strength you need for toilets, dining chairs, car seats, and getting out of bed. The second exercise, the wall-supported heel raise, strengthens your calves and ankles so your steps feel stronger and your push-off improves. This helps with walking power, stair control, and lower leg stability. The third exercise, standing hip abduction, strengthens the side hips so your pelvis stays stable, your balance improves, and your knees stay better aligned during daily movement. Together, these three exercises train the front, back, lower, and side parts of the legs. That is why they give your body a much stronger signal than walking alone. Here is your simple routine. Start with 5 sit-to-stands. Then do 10 wall-supported heel raises. Then do 8 standing hip abductions on each side. That is 1 round. If you are just beginning, 1 round is enough. Do not rush to do more. Do it slowly, safely, and with good form. After a few days, if your body feels comfortable, increase to 10 sit-to-stands, 15 heel raises, and 10 hip abductions per side. After 2 weeks, you may try 2 rounds if you feel strong and stable, but never chase repetitions at the expense of control. The goal is not to feel exhausted. The goal is to teach your muscles to work again. And please remember this, walking is still good. I am not telling you to stop walking. Walking supports your heart, your circulation, your mood, and your general movement. But walking is not the same as rebuilding strength. Walking keeps you active. Strength exercises rebuild the muscles that protect your independence. You need both. Walk if it is safe for you, but add these 3 exercises so your legs get the missing signal they need after 60. If you are worried about starting, make the movements smaller. Use both hands on support. Rest whenever you need to. If you have severe pain, recent surgery, dizziness, chest pain, sudden weakness, or a condition that affects balance, speak with your doctor before doing these exercises. Mild muscle effort is normal. Gentle warmth is normal. But sharp pain, severe shortness of breath, or feeling unsafe is not something to push through. Now here is your 7-day challenge from me, Dr. Harrington. For the next 7 days, do this routine once a day. Before you start, notice how your legs feel when you stand up from a chair. Notice whether you need your hands. Notice whether your ankles feel weak. Notice whether you feel steady when you turn or step sideways. Then do the routine every day for 1 week. After 7 days, check again. Are you standing up more smoothly? Do your calves feel more awake? Do your hips feel more stable? Do your legs feel more dependable? Even a small improvement matters because it means your body is responding. Let's recap. Walking is helpful, but walking alone often does not rebuild leg strength after 60 because it does not fully challenge the muscles that lift, lower, push, and stabilize your body. The sit-to-stand strength builder trains your thighs and glutes. The wall-supported heel raise strengthens your calves and ankles. The standing hip abduction wakes up the side hip muscles that support balance and pelvis stability. Do them slowly. Use support. Breathe naturally. Stay consistent. Now I want to hear from you. Which movement feels hardest for you right now? Standing up from a chair, rising onto your toes, or lifting your leg out to the side? Write your answer in the comments because it helps me know what video to make next. And if this video helped you, like it and subscribe to Imperial Fitness Hub for more simple strength and mobility routines for seniors over 60. Remember, walking is good, but strength is what protects your independence. Start with 1 round today, not tomorrow.